Have you ever watched a movie that was so bad that it immediately ruined your entire day? Because I'm not gonna lie, that was my experience watching Despicable Me 4, so here's my spoiler-free thoughts on the best and worst parts of the movie. Let's get something out of the way first. Yes, I am aware that this is a kid's movie, but that is no excuse for this to be as just bad and lazy as it is. Kids deserve better films, and there are plenty of amazing kids movies out there. Just a month ago, we got Inside Out 2 that was incredible. So now that we got that out of the way, let's start getting into the actual pieces of this film, because one of the major problems with this is just the plot itself, because it's just so lazy and bland, and you can tell they're just milking this franchise dry, and they honestly have no idea where to go with these characters. They're just trying to make another movie just to get the money, because this movie essentially follows Gru and his new baby, and they're pretty much going into witness protection because of the villains that have now gotten out of prison. So this results in the film essentially just being Gru and his family just doing different random side quests essentially. And again, you can tell they have just fully ran out of ideas. It seemed like they were barely filling up the hour 30-minute runtime of this film. Another very stupid thing that happened in this movie is Gru pretty much goes on this side quest because this girl essentially blackmails him because she knows who he really is, even though he's in witness protection. So he gets roped into this heist to steal the badger from his past school. And yes, we make a honey badger don't care joke in the year 2024, like this meme isn't 15 years old. Since I just mentioned the villains, let's circle back to them, because they are another major problem with this, because they are just such nothing characters. They're not really funny or entertaining. They are just so dull, and honestly the movie forgets they exist for like 90% of it. Even though I really like Will Ferrell, and I think he's actually done very good voice acting in the past before, it's just not doing anything for me in this movie. Again, just super bland. The minions have absolutely nothing to do either in this film. They pretty much just get sidelined until the very end, and even at the very end their moment isn't really that big either. The stuff with like the mega minions and stuff, again, it's just all pointless. That's kind of how I feel about everything in this movie. There is literally no point to anything happening. It's just things happening on a screen. I swear the only reason the minions were actually in this movie is just so they could use them on all the marketing material. I'm not even joking when I say there was only one scene that made me even crack a smile and kind of chuckle a little bit, and it's a tennis scene in the movie, because there's some things that the minion does as kind of like a referee. I thought it was pretty funny. Who knows, maybe the only reason I found that funny is because my brain had deteriorated so much from the first like hour of this movie, I was willing to just laugh at anything. It really just feels like Illumination knows this is their cash cow. They can milk this thing for as much as it's worth to get as many Despicable Me and Minion movies, and they're all gonna make like close to $1 billion, so why would they stop? And yes, I'm sure any kids that are gonna go watch this, like anyone between 0 and 13 years old, is gonna have an absolute blast just watching the dumb minions fart and do things like that. It just feels like the most corporate slop ever. Kids deserve, like I said, films that have better thought going into it, more effort, and a team behind it that you can tell is actually passionate about what they're making rather than whatever this is. And I actually really like the first Despicable Me movie. I think that's a really solid kids film. There's a lot of funny jokes in it and just great moments. And I know this is a very short review. I wish I could give you guys a longer one, but I'm not even kidding. There's literally just so much nothingness in this movie. There was nothing to grasp onto to even talk about. Maybe I'm being too harsh. It's a 2 out of 10 for me. Let me know if you've seen it in the comments below what you thought of it.